According to the Wall Street Journal, Nike was forced to pull an American flag-themed shoe called the Betsy Ross from production after NFL quarterback turned political activist Colin Kaepernick complained. Kaepernick reportedly told the company that he found the very idea of the shoe offensive. Later on, it says the shoe shipped out to retailers this week, but Nike quickly recalled the shoe and demanded retailers return their stock, leaving customers confused. The shoe isn't available for sale on the brand's website, and a statement from Nike said only that the company decided against releasing the sneaker because it featured an old version of the American flag. Turns out Nike was responding to a request from Kaepernick himself, who saw the shoe online and complained directly to Nike's top brass. The Wall Street Journal says after images of the shoe were posted online, Mr. Kaepernick, a Nike endorser, reached out to the company officials saying that he and others felt the Betsy Ross flag is an offensive symbol because of its connection to an era of slavery. Some users on social media responded to posts about the shoe with similar concerns. You know, I never got too bent out of shape about the kneeling thing. I was never really into that whole controversy. And I was very happy when it basically ended. Not because I was all that offended by the kneeling, but just I was so sick of the topic. And it went on for way too long. So I never cared much about that. And as far as I'm concerned, as I pointed out many times, kneeling is a sign of respect. Kneeling is a sign of submission and respect. So, in fact, if anything, if you kneel in front of the flag, you're being, not only are you being you're being too reverent. It's almost idol worship to kneel to the flag, right? Now, I know that they didn't mean it that way. That wasn't the message they were trying to send. But as far as I'm concerned, that is what it means to kneel in front of something. And so if they want to do that, let them do it. That was my thought on it. This, though, is something else. That Nike would bend to the demands of, I mean, first you have Kaepernick being offended by a flag. Because here's the thing, we were told, I know it's ancient history now, but thinking back to when that whole controversy was happening, what we were told was that this protest was not really about the flag. They weren't protesting the flag. They weren't disrespecting the flag itself, right? They were, it was about police brutality, at least originally. And then it morphed into who knows what. It became this ambiguous kind of thing, really just a trend. But originally, Kaepernick said this is about police brutality. It's not about disrespecting the flag. It's about sending a message about this particular issue. Well, apparently it was about the flag the whole time. Because here he is offended by a flag. This isn't about police brutality. This is just, he doesn't like the flag. He thinks the flag itself represents slavery. Which means, by the way, that the flag of almost every country in the world, any country that's been around for 200 or more years, by this logic, all of their flags represent slavery. Because they all had slavery, all of them, if they've been around that long. So by that logic, many flags, most of the flags of the country flags on earth are offensive and represent slavery by that logic. But of course, we only single out America for this. When talking about slavery, we single out America. Somehow slavery is a unique American sin, even though it was an institution that lasted for thousands of years across the entire world, and that every race and ethnicity, and they all practice it, right? Be that as it may, I think this finally reveals what most of us realized all along, that this really is an anti-American thing. This is an anti-flag thing. And finally, Kaepernick is coming out and admitting it.